Welcome to the next video in the Wizarding World Adventures. Hello, Acorn. Thank you. That's what I decided to call this series that I am doing, the Wizarding World Adventures. Now for this video, this is going to be all about tips that you will need for Hogsmeade, Diagon Alley, Hogwarts, all of it clumped together. Disclaimer, I haven't been to Universal Studios for the Wizarding World of Harry Potter yet. What this series is that I probably didn't explain before is that I'm getting ready to go. I'm showing you everything that I'm doing, from the research to all, just everything. I'm showing it to y'all so that it may help somebody else. Now, I use multiple sources that I acquired, and I will put them all in the description below so that you can peruse them and check them out. Also, I needed a change of area. I didn't like where I was going. You could see all the junk in the background. So now we're in my bathroom. Yes! It's Tiny Box Tim. Tiny Box Tim's going to be part of this tip video. Also, before we start, there is no exact category or order that I put these tips in. They're just kind of random, so sorry. Now that I've wasted so much time talking about this intro, let's get started. Alright, tip number 1. Now, even if you're only there for one day, I highly suggest downloading the Universal Wait Time app. This will tell you all the wait times for all the rides that Universal has, including the Harry Potter ones, which those are the only ones that I care about right now. Which, if you followed the advice from my first video in the series talking about the vacation package, and you got the vacation package, you should be able to get in an hour early, so those wait times should be really short. Tip number 2. Now, if you're following the advice of my first video and you got the vacation package, you should have gotten park-to-park tickets. If you didn't, you might want to get one of those so that you can also get over to Hogsmeade. That's the only way that you'll be able to get to Hogsmeade, is with a park-to-park ticket, because Hogsmeade is in Islands of Adventure and it's cut off and separated from the rest. Tip number 3. Now, while we're talking about Hogsmeade, there's a quicker way to get there than besides following the signs directed about in Islands of Adventure. It would be best for, once you get to Islands of Adventure, take a right through Seuss Landing and you'll get there a whole lot faster. Tip 4. Now, I'm not sure about all the different ways to get into Hogwarts or Diagon Alley. Apparently there's a whole lot, so if it looks like a long line through one particular entrance, you might want to try another, and then you can get in there quicker. Tip 5. Now, there are 2 branches of Gringotts. There is the main building that looks like the outside in the movies, and then there is Carket Market, where they do a whole bunch of different other stuff. The main reason I'm bringing this up is that in Carket Market there is a money exchange that goes on. You can give them US dollars and they will give you a Universal Studios currency that can be used at all the different stores. But yeah, anything that you buy with Universal Studios currency, you will get US dollars and change back. So, tip 6. Now, be on the lookout for anywhere you go for performance people. There's going to be different groups. There's going to be the Hogwarts choir that sings wonderful songs. Particularly, there we go, the Hogwarts anthem, what was it, school song, I don't know, I don't remember, but yeah, the alma mater, I guess what you could call it. There's also going to be a group from Durmstrang and Box Buttons, I don't remember how to say it, but yeah, there's going to be performance groups from those schools. And the performance that I'm looking forward to the most is the puppet performance of The Tale of the Three Brothers from The Tales of Beetle the Bard. You can bet your bottom dollar I bought the Hogwarts library books. Tip 7. Now, it was recommended from one of the sources that you need to ride rides first and then shop later. I probably won't do this because I really want to just go see the stuff, see the shop, see Hogwarts, see Diagon Alley, and Hogsmeade. The rides for me can come last. I mean, I will ride them. I love roller coasters and all that stuff, but I'll probably do that last. Tip 8. Like an octopus. Cthulhu. Yeah. While we're talking about rides, if you happen to have things on your personal body when you get on some of these rides, they're going to tell you to take it off. You just can't have anything on your body, including phones and cameras. So what they have is these lockers that are free for the duration of a ride. If you want them for any longer, you're going to have to cough up 20 bucks. So you can have the locker all day for 20 bucks if you wanted to, but just seems like a waste of money for me. I bought 2 chocolate frogs with that, bruh. Tip 9. If it seems like there's a long wait for the 3 Broomsticks restaurant part, you can go to the back and there's a bar and you can get a lovely butterbeer and enjoy the beautiful surroundings. Tip 10. Now, if you're going to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter by yourself or with a group of people who don't really want to ride the rides, you can get in the solo rider lines and should make things a bit quicker for you. Tip 11. You know, that was the best part of that movie. Now, I know I said there was multiple ways to get into Diagon Alley, but I mean, it's just me, but I would want to go through the one through Leaky Cauldron, cause that's how they did it. So you can boop the rocks with your wand. That was my impression of the birds moving out of my way. So, tip 12. Now, when you go to Ollivander's, there is a wand choosing ceremony, and you will go in with a group of people, and then either Ollivander himself or an Ollivander employee will choose one of you to partake in the wand choosing ceremony, and you'll be able to get your own wand. And if it's long or short, it's got unicorn tail or dragon heartstring, don't be discouraged if you don't get picked the first time. You can always go back through the line to get in and maybe you'll get chosen. Tip 13. Almost wiped my glasses off. Now, I'm not usually this sort of person to tell you to do this, but stay until closing. You're finally at Hogwarts. You're finally there. Look around, stay until they kick you out. You're finally home. I'm gonna make myself cry because of that. You stay until they kick you out. Do it. Tip 14. You can't see me. Glad I didn't put in a whole sound clip of John Cena. Tip 14. Now, Universal has perfected their butterbeer in that it has a magical property. The only way for it to work, though, is that you get a butterbeer on tap and you sip very slowly. How is that a magical property? Well, dear Muggle, the foam on top of the butterbeer regenerates. You sip it slowly and there's always a nice frothy foam on top. So, there you go. It does have magical properties. Tip 15. Now, when you're taking the Hogwarts Express from Diagon Alley to Hogsmeade, you will have the opportunity of going through platform 9 3/4. So what I highly suggest if you're going with a group, make sure there's someone kind of behind you to get some pictures and videos of you going through the wall so that you can prove to all your Muggle friends that you are in fact a witch. I am a witch, I'm not a Muggle. Tip 16. Now, apparently when they were making the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, they left a few Dementors there. So be on the lookout from those. Bring lots of chocolate. Buy chocolate frogs. And keep a happy thought in mind. Expecto Patronum! Now if I was living by myself, that would have been shouted really loudly, but I'm trying to be considerate for the people living below me. So, tip 17. Now, what a fantastic thing that Universal did is that if you look up, like in a building, not just like look up at the sky, it's not going to be there. But if you look up, there is wonderful depictions of the books throughout. So you can look up and, oh, there's Harry Potter stabbing that basilisk with the Godric Gryffindor sword. Don't know why I'm using this accent, but yeah. Tip 18. It is possible to meet Buckbeak the hippogriff. And if you don't know what a hippogriff is, here's a picture. Now, any Hogwarts student knows what to do when you encounter a hippogriff, but if you're a muggle, then make sure you bow deeply. I don't want to bow too deeply because then you can't see me. And I'm just so wonderful to look at. I'm kidding, God, but bow deeply. It shows a sign of respect. And if they like you, they won't attack you. Tip 19. When you're taking your tour through Hogwarts, be sure to walk slowly and absorb everything that you can possibly absorb. I mean, do I have to be a dork and say it again? You're finally home. You're home at Hogwarts, and I'm breaking my heart while saying this, but you're home. Breathe it all in. Just look around, and if muggles are like, would you go faster? Put your wand in their face and tell them to back off, you muggle. And lastly, tip 20. Though I don't know if this is really a tip, apparently the staff will call you a muggle. Like, bruh. I will Avada Kedavra you in a heartbeat. You call me a muggle, I will sectum sempra your lungs. Don't be calling me a muggle. Don't do it. So that is all the tips that I required. I'm going to be having some more tips, particularly about props and shopping later on, so be on the lookout for those. And yeah, see ya. Also, if you've made it this far, I've tried to record this video another time, but I left out stuff. I said stuff improperly because I was nervous. So here are some bloopers from that video. Boom!
Hot Mississippi. Now, I don't know if I talked about this in my vacation package. I thought I saw a dog. We don't own a dog at the moment, so. Okay, if you go to the Carpet Market, say you give them $10 and you get so much currency back. Now, you go over to Honeydukes, you want to get a chocolate frog, you give them that currency, they will give you US dollars change back. See what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? I know it's really difficult for me to explain things. Expecto, but just cup. You betrayed me, cup. Be on the lookout for anywhere in the Harry Potter designated areas for I can't say that word. Stop touching me. I marked some of them. Oh, my computer went off. Too much hair. Too much hair. Alright. Oh dear. Hey, bug. You cannot get in. No. Bye-bye. Now when you get your lovely bear on. What? Duh. What the fuck was that? Trees just breaking apart on the house, you know. It's totally fine. Sorry, I ran down the stairs. So out of shape. Oh. Can I just say it? Tip 30. Oh, I can't count. Tip. What the? Tip. I did it again. Constantly be on the lookout for performance. Tip. Now, it was suggested, including claim.
Bye-bye.